information as fact or fiction. Everyone has a choice. I am only providing this information for anyone who wishes to read it and make their own conclusions, so here we go. Email attachment from Aditran aka Matilda O'Donnell McElroy. Communication Authorization Def MO 162,589.32 to 24. Medical Officer 1st Grade Raw Long Domain Expeditionary Force Personnel Recovery Mission West Care Cure Unit Galaxy Star Type 12. Space Station 33 Asteroid Belt. Transmission Authorization Def Code 07MO162589.32-49. Domain Expeditionary Force Communication Officer 07 Hesmeal Def Invasion Force Mission -625,589 Galaxy 3739 Star Type 12, Space Station 33. The attached document, the document which follows entitled Def Mission Debrief, is reproduced as received by me with formatting changed as required for publication in the form of a book. As no footnotes or comments are needed, the only alteration to the original text file was to format the fonts, headings, page, and margin sizes to make them prettier and to conform to the printing requirements of the publisher. Lawrence R. Spencer, Editor. Chapter 4 Part 3. Def Nomenclature Notice. The following information has been translated as accurately as possible to the Earth language of North American English circa 2.0394 Def mission cycles. Note 1 mission cycle equals 5,000 Earth solar years. Earth solar date / time 2455119.22035888. All communications included in this transmission have been transcribed from telepathic communications between officers and personnel of Def Mission 162589.32. All communications are encoded in the Universal Domain Invasion Nomenclature version 163.256.589 for transmission to the Domain Expeditionary Force Headquarters, Universal Sector 29 Space Grid Section 498/237/698, with the exception of three terms as be, domain, and omnithelistic, a word that accurately defines the concept of a personal immortal spiritual entity is not native to any known Earth language, because Earth inhabitants no longer recall or perceive themselves as external spiritual entities. Therefore, the following definition is contrived and applied to the term ISBE. ISBE equals the primary nature of an immortal being is that they live in a timeless state of is, and the only reason for their existence is that they decide to be. Unfortunately, this definition does not include a description of the graduated scale of ability, mobility, understanding, and power of an ISBE, but is commonly understood by citizens of the eternally benevolent domain. The nature of an ISBE from the domain is fundamentally unique and does not share the particular features of ISBEs who collectively create and sustain the physical universe. The universes of the domain do not contain physical attributes such as particles of solid energy or objects located in a space-time continuum. Domain equals the incomplete interpretation of the word domain as a descriptive term for our civilization is supplemented by a more accurate and complete definition with the phrase the eternally benevolent domain under the guidance of the monotheistic and omnipotent matriarch, abbreviated Omnimat, in accordance with the principle of All Mother. Omnotheistic equals the philosophic principle that observes that every ISBE is a god. The primary differences is in god-like ability or power between one ISBE and another have to do with a multitude and a uniquely individual point of view. In keeping with the principle of All Mother. It has been observed that all universes are the creation of one or more ISBEs individually or in collaboration with or against other ISBEs. All life forms, no matter how varied, are conceived, created, and animated by ISBEs. Each ISBE creates all that they perceive but does not necessarily care to perceive all that it has created. The behavior of selectively choosing not to be responsible for one's own creation, alteration, or destruction of a universe or any part of it leads to the persistence universes, which is called time. The notion that there is only one God as in the monotheism, or that there are only a few gods who are responsible for the creation and causation of universes as in pantheism, is an attempt by an ISBE to deny responsibility for oneself and for one's own creations. Such denials does not alter the fundamental nature or ability of an ISBE and confirms that an ISBE is the source of all perception. The philosophical premise of omnitheism is defined as the observation that all ISBEs are gods. There are as many gods in number, quality, and order of magnitude of power as there are immortal spiritual beings. We create the eternally benevolent domain. Attested the domain Expeditionary Force Communications Officer 07 Hesmal Def Invasion Force Mission 162,589 Galaxy 3739 Star Type 12 Space Station 33 Asteroid Belt.